Here I got a Hyundai Sonata Hybrid 2015. It has some problems with the high voltage battery. Pretty sure it's fault, right? Well, what happened is the lady was driving and this thing just stopped on the middle of the highway and didn't move anymore. As you can see right here, I got all that on, but you can press the button that turn the ignition off. Now you press on the brake and that should turn the car on, but as you can see, it doesn't say ready. It should say ready right here, but it doesn't. So that's why it didn't move. So I'm gonna show you what to do to get this car to move again, and that's gonna be temporary fix, just to move it around. And doesn't say ready. It tries to come on, but it doesn't. So you can just push the button on and off, and it's not gonna do anything. And then you're gonna have this code right there. So I'm gonna show you what it is, what you can do to get it a lift, to safe location, or somewhere where it's not dangerous. You're not on the highway. But this sucks. I know the Hyundai, Kias, and Genesis, they're all the same crap. They do have a recall for this, for the 125 amp fuse and blah blah blah. They upgraded it to 150. We're gonna look at it now, but this is something that is not, this car has, I don't know, the camera's gonna pick it at 101,788 miles. You can see here, there's nothing else. The engine is just green. Every other system they pass, so we all look green, and we only have one code, P1B77. I'm gonna told you what happened, what it is, and what you can do to move the car at least a little bit, just to drive it around. It's not gonna be for driving long distance, just to move it off the highway, off the street, or like bring it back into your house, like I did here, to bring it back into my backyard. The thing is, the AAA, they picked the car and they brought it to me. And if you don't do that, you're not going to be able to drive it, or you're going to have to push it. If you got friends around, then that's fine. But if you don't, I'm going to show you what to do. And then you can do that just to move the vehicle. Not to drive it, just to move it around. So what you do is you open the trunk, as you can see right here, right on the trunk. This is where the hybrid battery is. So this is a little door right here. Take that out, you see that orange right here. This is where the high voltage is, so you got to be careful not to touch the inside with your hands. So you pull this up, and then you bring this down. You take this out, right? That's where the contacts are. That's where you should not be touching it. You can, but you need some special glue. You got to disconnect a bunch of stuff. But again, this is for the car will stop on the highway. So this is something that you can do to move it around, like I say, to take it to a safe location where you can get a tow truck right away, or you can wait, or you can get somebody to help you, or if it's close to your house, bring it into your house. This is what I did. I'm not saying this is for driving for a long distance. This is only to move it around, like again, to get it to a safe location and then look at it, scan the car and see what happened. But it's gonna be the fuse right here, this 125 amp fuse, and we're gonna see it right now in a little bit. I'm gonna open this case so I can show you what I did just to move it around, like I said, not to drive it, because I know a lot of people will say, oh, you should not do that because you can blow things up. Yes, you can, but I'm not saying that you can drive it. I say just to move it around for a short distance, like a little bit, like a minute or maybe less than that, just to move it, like what I did to bring it back into my backyard. That's it. So let's open it up and let's take a look. So as you can see here, this is the big fuse right there. That's 125 amps, 450 volts. It's pretty special fuse, and you need to get out the dealer. Sometimes they don't have it, you need to order it, but and you gotta look, and then you need to scan the vehicle so you can see if it's a module problem or something is going on to burn out this fuse. But I see these a lot. Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, they're all the same crap. They having the same issue with this stuff. Then something is not, the burning the fuse. I mean, this is from 2015, so this is a long time now. And finally something breaks up. The fuse broke. It's just not good. So something that you can do to move the vehicle around, and it's not the best thing to do, but it will take you right off the highway. So you can take a jumper wire, and you can jump those two screws right there. You can put a wire on like I did right there. This is a power, so you can use a red wire, but again, this is all that we have in the vehicle. And so I did this just to move it around. Okay, this is not to drive it around, just to move it a little bit, and and park it, and then take it off and get the fuse, and like I said, scan the vehicle and make sure that it's not something out that is shorting the system and blowing the fuse up. So again, now you plug in this fuse again, and it blows right away. So then you need to go deeper on the diagnose. But again, at the dealer, they're gonna charge you a lot for this. It's not gonna be a cheap fix. They're gonna add things up and all. You're gonna be walking out the dealer with a bill around $2,000 or maybe more. So you know how they work. So this is why I do this, just to try to save money a little bit. Like I said, this is not a safe connection. No way. This is not something that you can do and keep driving the vehicle. This is not for that. This is only, like I said, if you're in the middle of the highway and you have a wire, like this car stopped around, I guess, like 10 p.m. So it was dark outside, and it's not a good place to be on the highway, with a vehicle that it won't move. And so this is something that you can do. You can jump those two, and you move it around, and then disconnect it. You don't want to have this direct current going on the vehicle if you don't know what's going on. Again, like I said, you need a high level scanner to scan the vehicle to make sure everything is running great. And this is the new one. This is the new part right here. So this is the new fuse right here, as you can see right there. That's the part number, and it's high voltage fuse. And this one is going to be different. As you can see, this is a black fuse. This is with the orange with the light. So let's take it off the bag and see what it says. And as you can see right here, this one says 150 amps, right? But the thing is, this one says 350 volts, right? And this one says 450 volts. Okay, quite a different. This is 125, the old one, 450, and this is 150 amps, 350 volts. A little bit of different, but I know they upgrade this because the fuse was burning out in a lot of these vehicles. So if your Genesis or Kia, Hyundai stop moving and the ready light would never go on, so you would not be able to drive the vehicle, this is what you'll need to look for. And again, like I said, scan the car and make sure that it's not something else that is blowing the fuse. And you can do this, okay? Put a wire to it Again, not for driving, only for move the vehicle around. Okay, this is stupid. If you were driving this with no fuse on it, you can't do that though. This is only if you're on the pinch, you're on the highway, and you need to get out of the highway. This is something that you can do. Okay, or you can just keep a spare fuse in your trunk or anywhere in the car, because you know that's gonna blow. Keep one of these fuses in your vehicle. If it breaks, get out of the car right away. Keep a screwdriver on it like this one. Take it out, put a new fuse in it, and away you go. Okay, if it blows again, then you know you need to go deeper on this. So let's take this apart, put the fuse, and go back in the vehicle. All right, so then the brand new fuse is in. This is how it should look like. And when you put this in, you just put it like this. Remember, it has a little connectors on the top that goes to the top, and those are the big contacts right there. So this one face up like that, and then you don't push it, you let the leverage do everything. So now we need to put the cover back on. This is the old fuse and the jumper wire, and we need to put this cover back on. So next time you take it off, nobody's touching it. Here we go. We're gonna put this, slide this down. Guess I cannot do it with one hand. All right, and this is how it should look like with the cover on, like that. Now we're going to put it right in. There it goes. You just push it in a little bit. Now you just move these up. That's it. Now let's go back into the vehicle, and then we're going to clean all this mess, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to erase the codes. Actually only one. From the BMS battery. He's erasing the code right now. As you can see, everything is green now. There is no red. Everything is green. Everything passed. So now let's go here. Push the button, push the button. And it says ready. And it showed you EV mode ready. So now if I put this on reverse, it should work. Well, I got the trunk up, and that's why the camera looks all the way up, but the car will start moving, and it moves. We'll go forward, and you can drive it now. So there it is. Now it's ready. Now the engine kicks on, because if you're running on EV mode, it's only good for a couple of miles. I think you can drive with this. It's not going to run for a long time. So the light we got right there for the trunk is open. Check engine light is off. It's not on. Hybrid system doesn't say anything about the hybrid system. So you can see everything is working, and that's what you need to do. Again, like I said, then you need to run a scanner and make sure that it's not something else, that you have a problem. Now I'm scanning the car, that's why that light is blinking. As you can see, I'm scanning, doing the full scan again, just to make sure everything is everything is green. So you saw that the PS light was blinking right there, but that was because I was running the scanner. So it's testing everything. As you can see, it says scanning right now. But other than that, it's pretty good. So hopefully it's not something that is shorting the system or something like that. And but again, like I said, I see that a lot. The Kias, Hyundais, or not Hondas. Honda, they don't have that stuff. Hybrid, yes, but Honda hybrid. But these cars, they have a problem with that. So as you can see now, I did a full scan again, and everything passed. Everything is green. So there you go. The big fuse in the trunk is what is going to give you the problem. Thanks God, nothing bad happened. The car, it just stopped in the middle of the road though. That was bad. You know what I mean? If you're doing 70, 60 and that, this thing just stopped and It's not a good thing, you know. That I don't know why these people they send some recalls to fix it, but you know how they work. They don't want to fix a car under the recall because they don't make any money out of it. But you can do it yourself, as you can see. But like I said, if you don't feel comfortable messing with the hybrid system, it can kill you. But you're not touching the orange wires, where those are where the power is. As you can see now, it turns off. It says EV mode. That means it's working, ready, good to go. So again, stay away from the big orange wires. You really need to know what you're doing when you're working on that stuff. You need a special glove, a special stuff. But for the fuse, you don't. You wear, you know, rubber gloves, because I just don't like to get my hands dirty or whatever. But these gloves are not for 450 volts. There's no way. Okay, that's you gotta keep in mind. You know, every time you do something like that, you gotta make sure that you're doing it correctly. If you're not, just pay somebody to do it. But again, it's not a big deal replacing the fuse. And like I said, it might be short in the system. This car has another issue. We're gonna find out when we drive in, see what happened. And if we have a more problem, then I'm gonna make a video out of it. So for now, I'm just gonna go and drive the car around for like an hour or two and make sure before I hand it to the lady everything is working fine. Because if something pops up, I'm gonna have to go deeper in it. Hopefully not. I do have another spare fuse. I bought two. I'm gonna take it with me just in case. And again, if that blows again, then I'm not gonna go and put a brand new fuse in it and just leave it. Now I just might put it on just to get it off the streets or the road, and bring it back and then start opening it apart and see what's going on, what is the problem. The fuses keep blowing. But if it doesn't, then that's good, you know. Like I said, I show here on the data, everything is running good. So that's it for this video, and thanks for watching.